Hi geeks, welcome to my channel. Today we're shopping at Trader Joe's. This week we have lots of new sweet items that arrived, so let's go shopping and see what came in. But before we go inside, we always have to stop and look at the plants. There are large pots of calendivas that are in a pretty pink. They are $7.99. Also, monsteras are back for $12.99. And also there are some jumbo ficus for $12.99. If you guys know what the difference between a ficus and a monstera is, please let me know. And there was one deluxe calendiva left in a ceramic pot with a cute little heart cut out in the center for $7.99. Cotton candy grapes are back at Trader Joe's. This is 2 pounds for $9.99, which is about the same price as Costco, although Costco's containers might be 3 pounds, but I'm not sure. And now for the first new item, Brookie Caramel Candy Clusters. So in the summer, they have s'mores clusters, and then recently they brought back the snacky clusters, which I showed you in a previous video, which is chocolate-covered corn chips, pretzels, and potato chips. And the Brookie cluster is predominantly caramel with a light chocolate drizzle and some crispy pieces of Brookies, which is basically brownies and cookies. And from the reviews I've heard so far, people are saying that these are really salty, which is surprising because each piece is 55 milligrams of sodium, which isn't terrible. So if you have tried it, please let us know if your batch was salty as well. And these are $3.99 a bag. And the next new item that came in, chocolatey drizzled strawberry kettle popcorn. This actually arrived after Valentine's Day, which I'm not sure why they did that because this would have been cute to add to a Valentine's Day themed party. The popcorn has little bits of freeze-dried strawberries on it, so I'm assuming it might have a little bit of tartness to it, along with the sweetness from the chocolate drizzle. I've heard mixed reviews on this one. Some people really like it, and some have found it unremarkable. So if you tried it, please let us know your thoughts on it, and a bag is $3.49. Now for a returning item that is quite surprising since it had such bad reviews last year, are the baked pizza pillow crisps. I haven't tried it, but a lot of people have said that it lacked flavor and it was like eating shards. Honestly, I feel like this could be decent as more of a cracker and having it with some type of dip, and these are $1.99 a bag. Each store usually has a designated section of the store where they showcase the new items, like this shelf right here. And another new item is the Joe-O's peanut butter cereal bars. 5 bars come in a box and they have a peanut butter drizzle on top, and the base of the bar also has a peanut butter coating. It's 120 calories per bar with 7 grams of sugar, and I heard that these are on the softer side. They're not crunchy, and these are $2.99 a box. We already saw the new popcorn, and just to recap, the Pizza Party potato chips are also new, which are $2.69, along with the piquant popcorn seasoned with nutritional yeast for $2.99. They both arrived last week, and my store still had some gluten-free pumpkin bread mix left. This is $4.49. And the gluten-free chocolate chip brownie mix, this one is really good. I used to get this all the time, and a box is $3.99. The cinnamon crumb coffee cake mix is back. I have totally become a fan of Trader Joe's box mixes after finally trying the pumpkin bread mix last fall, so now I want to try all of them at some point. So for this, you will need milk or water, an egg, butter, and vegetable oil for this mix, and a crumb packet is included. And this is $3.29 a box. Also a reminder that the mochi cake mix is seasonal, and that is back too for $3.99. This is definitely on my list to try as well. So I've been slowly leaning into getting back into eating healthier and starting Whole30 and trying to look for healthier options. So I wanted to check and see if this grainless granola was Whole30 compliant, but it has tapioca syrup and coconut sugar, so I guess I will have to pass on this. Let's take a look at the bars. The Raises the Bar is like a Kind Bar dupe, which is made with oats, millets, quinoa, amaranth, buckwheat, and dark chocolate chunks. I tried this years ago, and I think I liked it, and this is $3.29 a box. They also have the chewy chocolate and peanut butter protein bars. Let's check out how much protein is in them. Okay, so it's 10 grams of protein and 8 grams of sugar. Not great, but not terrible. The ABC bars, almond butter cocoa bars. I wish they sold these bars individually because I don't know why, but I just can't commit to a whole box because I know it would just sit in my pantry for a while, but I do want to try them at some point. But I have tried the PB&J bars, which are oat bars with peanut butter and strawberry filling. These are tasty, but definitely on the sweeter side though, so I stopped getting them, and that's $3.29 a box. They also have organic chocolate chip granola bars for $2.99 a box. Checking out more snacks, I wanted to see if the crispy okra, I had this a while ago, so I don't remember, but I wanted to check if it's Whole30 compliant, and unfortunately, these aren't either because of the oil that it uses. This is $2.49 a bag. And check this out, guys. Just noticed that the Thai wheat noodles are $2.29. I know that this has got to be labeled wrong because they usually are $2.99 a box, but I'm going to grab one just in case because it's such a good deal. And the Taiwanese green onion pancakes, these are so good. So good that I can't buy them often because I would eat them too much. I've seen a lot of creative recipes and sandwiches you can make with this, but honestly, I can't even get to that point because just warmed up, they taste so good on its own. And it's only $2.49 a bag, and these used to actually be $1.99 a bag. And now for a sneak peek of what's to come, a spicy meat pizza with Calabrian recipe smoked sausage, meatballs, and grilled red peppers. The fact that this is handmade and cooked in wood-burning ovens, that sounds so delicious to me. This is a product of Italy, and there was no price on it just yet, but be on the lookout for that because it will be arriving soon. And let's check out the ice cream section and see what ice creams we have right now. The mini hold the cones, they always have the vanilla and chocolate, and here are the chocolate chip ones. I'm not sure if these are seasonal or offered year-round also, like the vanilla and chocolate. I feel like you can't go wrong with any of the flavors, and they are the perfect portion-controlled size also, so you don't feel too guilty. And they are all $3.99 a box. So many people love these because the bottom tip of these cones are chocolate filled. And guess what, guys? They are going to be coming out with a new item that are just the waffle cone tips filled with dark chocolate. So I've definitely seen this item at Costco, and also some people have told me that they saw it at TJ Maxx. And now Trader Joe's is coming out with their version. They also have a vegan chocolate hold the cone. This tastes very light and airy, almost like a chocolate Cool Whip, more than a dense ice cream. And it makes for a nice light dessert option for only 62 calories per cone, and they're individually wrapped. They are $3.99 a box. They still have some boozy macarons left from the holidays. The Figo sandwich bars, those are yummy but nice and light. The brownie crisp coffee ice cream sandwiches, they're so good. I swear they changed the recipe because they taste so much better than they used to. The chocolate cheesecake bites are also new. This was shown in a previous video. And let's see, there's some pie crust, still some iced gingerbread squares left, and the apple blossoms, they're here year round. Now let's check out the cheese section. The double cream Amarena cherry goat cheese is back. This one is a sweet cheese, and this is 4 ounces. I love when cheeses come in smaller packages because then I feel like I can actually finish it. And this is $2.99. Also back is the Chiave Doro raw milk hard cheese. This is aged for a minimum of 6 months. I've heard great reviews on this. And this is okay for vegetarians because they use microbial enzymes. And this is $3.49 for the block. Let's check out the other cheeses. There's still some brie cheese with wild mushrooms. And then there's some honey goat milk cheese for $3.29, silver goat cheese. And then just to recap, the black garlic cream cheese, this is new. This is $2.79. They still also had the hot cocoa cream cheese left. They also have organic cream cheese, lactose-free and vegan cream cheese, which is a little bit sweet, by the way. And speaking of vegan, Trader Joe's has a lot of dairy-free cheeses to choose from. There's shredded parm, mozzarella shreds made from cashews, mozzarella shreds made from almonds, and a shredded spicy Mexican style blend, which I heard was really good. Also, there's dairy-free cheddar slices. And here's a new item that's also dairy-free, but it's not vegan, but they are gluten-free, and that is the glazed chocolate donut holes. These totally remind me of Dunkin' Donuts Munchkins, which I'm pretty sure they stopped calling them Munchkins now, and they call them donut holes. I don't know if it's to be more politically correct, but here are the nutrition facts and the ingredients, and this is $3.49. Moving along in the bakery section, the raisin walnut apple bars. I still haven't tried them yet, but I definitely want to at some point, so I hope they stick around. These are $5.99 a bag. And then the British style crumpets, I used to get this all the time. These are kind of hard to describe. They're like spongy and they're soft, and just you add a little bit of butter to it and maybe a little bit of jam, and it is so good. The gluten-free English muffins, I used to get this all the time too. They're not good like as is, but you definitely have to toast and warm them up, and when they become brown, they're really good. And these are $3.99 a bag. Also, another item that I would get a lot is the whole wheat lavash bread. This is really good if you want to make a wrap, or this is a really good option if you want just a little bit of carbs. You can just cut off a little piece, and instead of having a whole slice of bread. So half of this large sheet is only 110 calories, and this is $2.49 a bag for either the whole wheat or the regular. And the sliced cracked wheat sourdough bread, I used to get this all the time, and I swear over the years it changed the recipe because it doesn't taste as good as it used to, but it's still good, and it's $3.49 a bag. And today at the store they were demoing this double cream Gouda cheese. So far I haven't tasted a Gouda I haven't liked. And they paired it with the sweet and green mango, which I was really excited to try because so many people have raved about it. There's literally threads on this item on Reddit, so I've been really curious. The bag says that it's tart and sweet, and I love it when a food has a tart and sweet flavor contrast. But unfortunately, this one tasted mostly sweet. I didn't pick up any tartness. And even though this has 28 grams of sugar per serving, these actually didn't taste overly sweet. Like, it was sweet, but not like cloyingly sweet like some of the other dried mangoes. And the texture was more firm, yet it was soft and less chewy than a typical dried mango. I actually really enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would, and I probably will buy it at some point. So that's it for shopping this week. Let's get straight into this week's haul. So this is definitely a healthier haul. I'm slowly getting back into what I normally buy from Trader Joe's after months of all the yummy holiday seasonal items that I couldn't resist. I got the green goddess dressing, which is just a nice and light dressing. It has minimal ingredients and is Whole30 compliant. Also picked up a chicken soup to have just because it's been so cold, and I'll throw some spinach or kale in it just to have as a quick meal one night. So I rarely buy dried fruit because I eat so much fresh fruit, but the only exception is medjool dates, which I always have in store in my fridge when I want a little quick treat. But I love honey mangoes, which is what these Atoffel mango slices are, and they have no other ingredients in them, so I thought these might be a good treat at the end of the night on its own or dipped in some nut butter. I also picked up some roasted macadamia nuts to also have as a nighttime snack along with the dried mango. And I also treated myself to the New Zealand sweet apple rings, which basically taste like dried envy apples to me, which also come from New Zealand, and they are my favorite apples. So kidney beans are not Whole30 compliant unless you're doing the plant-based version, but I am doing a modified version of Whole30, and I'm okay with eating beans, so I thought I would make chili with this. And a bag of riced cauliflower. I saw a YouTuber put this on top of her salad, kind of like a warm salad bowl where this would be the rice, and it looked really good, so I wanted to give that a try. And I got a bag of kohlrabi vegetable pasta. This is basically a turnip, so it's very crunchy. You can eat this as is or steam it. I saute it for a few minutes in the pan and then have it with pasta sauce for a low-calorie, low-carb meal. So I've been wanting shisito peppers after I saw someone eat it recently in their What I Eat in a Day video, and finally just grabbed a bag. The peppers have been unusually big this season, and so I was hesitant to get it last week, but I really was craving it, so I decided to give it a try. All I did was spray some avocado oil on it, sprinkle some garlic salt on top, put it in the air fryer at 380 degrees for 6 to 7 minutes until they kind of browned and charred, and they came out perfectly. For those who are kind of hesitant to try it, these are really good. They're not spicy at all. Of course, I always have to get a bag of kale because I have that every morning with an egg and sauteed mushrooms. And then I've been also adding spinach to the kale mix. And then I also got the vegan kale, cashew, and basil pesto just to have on hand. And then also got some tofu. Again, this is not Whole30 compliant, I think, unless you're plant-based. But again, I'm okay with having tofu. And then the organic microgreens. I haven't gotten this in a while, and I really love them. I like having this on toast or on sandwiches. I thought I might add this to tuna fish. And the murasaki sweet potatoes, I used to get this all the time. These are pretty much a staple in my diet. I like to roast them up and then have it with some nut butter or tahini drizzled on top. And then the frozen turkey burgers, these are just a nice, convenient, quick option, and they're Whole30 compliant. So the Thai wheat noodles, they're not Whole30 compliant, but remember when I showed you guys in the haul that they were on sale, so I couldn't believe it, and they honored that price even though they said it was wrong. So I'll just store that in my pantry until I can eat that. And then the chocolatey dipping kit, also not Whole30 compliant, but I wanted to keep it and have it just in hand for the future. 2 Roma tomatoes and an onion, and of course some bananas. And that's it for this week's haul. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give this a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and until the next video, ciao guys!